This is Unlimited Splash, where we get better at Magic together through a new draft video every weekday. And today I'm so excited to get to play in the Arena Direct for Foundations Sealed. If I get 7 wins before my second loss, I get a box of Foundations Play Booster Packs mailed to my house. So I hope we open something very sweet. All right, what are we looking at here? Archmage of Runes, Homunculus Horde, so we have some meme equity here. Kaido can be good. Liliana, one of the top bombs in the format. Solemn Simulacrum, a card that can go in any deck at all. And Arabo, Arabo. Well, with that Liliana, I definitely want to be playing black, but let's see what the cards deliver up for us here. So I do like Divine Resilience, Kathar Commando, double Helpful Hunter. That's very nice. Cat Collector, one of the top uncommons in the format. And we have an Arabo, which actually gives my cats +1/+1. And I do have a Helpful Hunter and a Prideful Parent. So that's actually a lot of synergy right there. Then we have a Dazzling Angel, which is perfectly fine. Inspiring Paladin, which is begrudgingly playable. Same with Sarah Angel, and then Guarded Air. Okay, what are we looking at in blue? We have Witness Protection, which is a kind of break glass in case of emergency level of removal spell. It's like okay, but you probably don't really want to be playing it. Actually, Elementalist Adept is one of the worst commons in the format. Not looking to play that. Then we have Strix Lookout. We have Kaido. Cephalid Mage could be good. Big Fin Bouncer is fine. It's good. It's a solid card. It's just not as good as it is in draft, I think. Archmage of Runes and then Icewind Elemental. Yeah. All right, black is where I'm really hoping my cards come through for me. Infestation Sage is pretty nice. Burglar Rat. Well, Infestation Sage is good if you have sacrifice synergies. Burglar Rat is really good. Hungry Ghoul can be good. That's a sacrifice synergy. Abyssal Harvester. Yeah, that's a sacrifice synergy. Exile a card from a graveyard. Make a copy of something. Well, not with Infestation Sage, but it works with like Burglar Rat, for example. So like you can exile your Burglar Rat, like you sacrifice your Burglar Rat, and then you exile it and make a copy, that kind of a thing. You can get into shenanigans like that. Infernal Vessel, love Infernal Vessel. Vampire Nighthawk, very strong card. Bake into a Pie, very, very good as well. And then that Liliana. Okay, so I definitely think that we're going to be running black. And the Building Shriek Mass is not terrible either. So far, I'm liking the looks of white and I'm liking the looks of black. And also that's nice because Arabo and Liliana are two very, very good cards. And then, yeah, also I'd be perfectly happy to play Fake Your Own Death as well. And Vampire Soulcaller is like perfectly playable, I guess, just a little slow. But this is the kind of a card that does get a lot better in Sealed. And also we might have some nice loops with it, like Burglar Rat and that kind of a thing. Okay. In red, Burst Lightning, Fanatical Firebrand, Frenzied Goblin. Wow, we have a lot of 1-drops. But not much after that. I mean, there's this Archer. Fiery Annihilation is really nice. If I have like the opportunity to splash, that could be a nice removal spell on the splash. Double Sower, and then we have double Gorehorn Raider. Actually, our red's not the worst. Doesn't look like we have a lot of splashing tools, though, does it? Then in green, we get double Snakeskin Veil. We get Horn Beetle, Wary Thespian is very nice. Reclamation Sage, Cackling Prowler. We have a Snare Spinner. Yeah, just a bunch of like generic green commons. I mean, our green is like pretty deep in terms of like number of playables, but nothing that like super pulls me into it, basically. And then finally, we have a Solemn Simulacrum, and Meteor Golem's not really a card I'm looking to play. So honestly, there's also a Campus Guide if I want that. But honestly, I think it's pretty straightforwardly white-black that I want to aim for. So let's see if I can make that work. Oh, wow. I just noticed Cat Collector also makes cats. So that goes with Arbo as well. So here is what we are looking at. Honestly, I really like this deck. The curve is a bit of an issue. So I want to cut my worst 3-drops. I want to cut like Marauding Blight Priest and Inspiring Paladin probably. Then the question is, should I cut something like, I don't really want to be playing Campus Guide, to be quite honest with you. So is there something that I can cut to make the Campus Guide? Something I can swap in to not have to play Campus Guide. Maybe I should just put in like the Armasaur Guide, even though it's a much worse card. Even Meteor Golem, potentially. I don't know. I probably do want to get on the board early, though. I think, yeah, maybe Campus Guide is actually perfectly fine. So, like, it's not necessarily just a splashing tool, right? It's also a card which, I mean, for one thing, I do have a bunch of double black at 3 and 4 mana. So it is a card that I could use to set up that double black. And it's also a card that just lets you pick if you want to draw a land next. So are there other cards that I should be looking at here? I think cutting the Blight Priest for curve reasons makes a lot of sense. I mean, I'm really trying to draw Arabo or Liliana every game, if at all possible, pretty much. I just want to kind of stay alive until I see those cards and get some board presence so that they'll be nasty when they come down. This is not the best deck that I've ever seen, but how many cards are there? Like, should I look at other colors? I mean, should I try to put together something with Homunculus, Kaido, Archmage of Runes? Probably not. Should I try to put something together with very ultra aggressive red? Maybe, but I like my black more than that, and I like my white more than that. Am I a fool to be leaving, like, I don't know, the Meteor Golems on the sideboard, or are there any pieces I really want to play? Maybe the Armasaur Guide is actually good for curve. Like, would I cut any one of these 3-drops? I guess it would be like Dazzling Angel. I don't think so. Or the Shriek Mask, but that's already like a 4-drop. Yeah, no, I think I just like this build. I think this is probably just how I want to do it. All right, yeah, I think I like it. Let's run it out. I don't think it's like the best deck I've ever seen, but it has some really good cards and some nice synergies. Cat Tribal. All right, I like the looks of this hand. I mean, Helpful Hunter is hopefully going to draw me into some of that mana that I need to land like Liliana and whatever. Mild-Mannered Librarian is a very good one from the opponent, for sure. Fake Your Own Death on Helpful Hunter or on Burglar Rat could be really annoying for them. That could be very annoying. Okay, so let's land the Helpful Hunter because we really do not want to miss a land drop here. Okay, good. We found a land. So then next turn, I actually really want to Fake My Own Death. But I think I'm actually going to Burglar Rat. So play a land. I mean, if I play Fake Your Own Death, then I could get blown out by them having some kind of removal. One thing is, like, I could block the Mild-Mannered Librarian with Helpful Hunter. And then when they go to buff the Mild-Mannered Librarian, I could give it +2/+0. That's actually a really nice line. That is a really nice line because that means I don't have to worry about getting blown out. And then I get an extra treasure out of that. Okay, I really like this line. So now they buff their Mild-Mannered Librarian, which means that they have to tap out. And then I'm going to Fake Your Own Death on this guy. They do get to draw their card, but then we trade and I get a card back. I do go down to 10. That's kind of the downside, but I don't think I was really going to be avoiding that no matter what. All right, draw a card and then another card. Play a land. Do I just play Sarah Angel here? Actually, I could even... my guy didn't die, but I can even afford Vampire Soulcaller now. I think maybe landing my own Sarah Angel is a good move. The other option would be Bake into a Pie, but then then next turn I get to play Liliana. That's quite good, isn't it? Okay, that's what I want to do. I really want this... Actually, I was going to say I want the Bake into a Pie to resolve, but I actually don't care, right? Because if they counter my Bake into a Pie, that's actually really good for me. But I think just in case that happens, I'd better hold back my Helpful Hunter. I don't really want to play Liliana into removal is kind of the thing here. Or into a counter, I mean. All right, so this comes down. Down comes Dwayne and Elite. If you control another elf. Well, you're going to control a lot of other elves, so. Okay. This guy gets really big. Really big. I'm almost just straight up dead. That is definitely an issue for me. And you have another land after all of that. Then I'm going to go ahead and shoot the Beastkin Ranger. Hopefully you cannot counter this. All right. And then do I chump? I'm going to go with no. Well, actually, this guy's going to die next turn, and I don't really care about drawing cards. Is it possible that I don't even play Liliana here? I might want to just play Burglar Rat. Or even Guarded Air could be correct. Maybe I'm playing Guarded Air next turn, actually, not Liliana. Because Liliana... Well, Liliana can make 2 2/2s, though. That's kind of good. Yeah, okay. So maybe it's Liliana make 2 2/2s. They don't have Refute up, so... I don't think there are... Knock on wood. I don't think there are that many ways that I can get blown out here. There is counter target non-creature spell. Its controller makes 2 treasure tokens, I believe. Something like that. An offer you can't refuse, I think. I'm going to bet on them not having that. I'm just going to bet on them not having that. If they have it, I will actually cry. Okay. So yeah, I think I'd better make the 2 2/2s because otherwise I'm very concerned. Or sorry, Make one 2/2, not two 2/2s. Because otherwise I'm very concerned that that they're just going to sacrifice 2 1/1s. I sacrifice this, and they get to bonk me to 4, and they might be able to win after that. They very well could win after that. All right, I'm at a very low life total, so okay. Well, that was nice. Do I board wipe? Probably not. Make another 2/2. Play a burglar rat. See what they discard. Hopefully. Yeah, I was gonna say hopefully not much of anything. Next. I guess I could attack here, right? It's not a very good reason not to. I'm actually at 11 HP right now. So I should have done that before doing everything else, but I think that's okay. Light Shell Duo? Sure. Okay. If any of my creatures dies, Vampire Soulcaller can bring them back, and I actually kind of want that to happen. Pass. End of turn, I will choose to gain some life here. Okay, all right. We got them. Yeah, because I was going to be able to like play Guarded Air, sacrifice it, right? And then bring it back with a Soulcaller, I believe. I'm pretty sure that works. And draw a bunch of cards in the process. All right, 1-0. Liliana got there. Our hand was very sketchy, but we managed to find the lanes that we needed. Well, this is definitely a mulligan, unfortunately. This one I can keep, though. Put back... I might actually put back Bake into a Pie, because I have to find 2 black to make that happen. So it's probably better to just try to be assertive. I do love Helpful Hunter into Araba, though. Now I guarantee I'm going to draw 2 swamps. Okay, so that Helpful Hunter may never experience the joys of getting buffed, because it seems like it's probably going to block down a Savannah Lions. Yeah, maybe I should have kept the Bake into a Pie. What are the odds that I drew 2 swamps before turn 6 or whatever? When it or another cat enters, make a cat. I kind of want to play Dazzling Angel first, and then play Arabo with the life gain. Is that so wrong of me? I'm very concerned that I'm going to end up with some bad mana issues here. Let's just go fast. I mean, you know, they're going to have some removal for this, but it makes me an extra blocker that's really annoying against the Savannah Lions. I assume we're going to get to like trade up into Savannah Lions here. Effectively a delayed 2-for-1 for me because this Helpful Hunter already replaced itself. Resolute Reinforcements does not affect the results of this combat. I was expecting a fleeting flight when you did that before combat. I don't know, maybe I was supposed to lead with the Dazzling Angel. Okay, I'll go in with my 2/2 cat. I mean, kind of want to keep the Divine Resilience up here for Arabo, but I don't think he's even that totally essential. If they kill Arabo here, it'll be a little unfortunate, but... Cathar Commando comes down. Oh, they love playing creatures at instant speed. I guess that's the Foundation's way, right? Fellow Orzhov gamer. Now, if they attack with Cathar Commando, that makes sense to me. In the future, I'll probably just leave back. I'll definitely just leave back that 2/2 cat to block things with. Would love to get... Well, I would love to get a black mana here. If I got a black mana, I could play Abyssal Harvester with Divine Resilience up. Soul Shackled Zombie. Sure, that's fine. My 2/2 can block that pretty nicely. Oh, it does, yeah. It does make my Shriek Mass worse. That's really annoying. Well, that's probably okay. Go in with the Angel. Play the Shriek Mass. Watch me mill 3 swamps, I swear. Watch me mill 3 swamps. 3 swamps in a row off the top here. 2 swamps and a Helpful Hunter. Oh, the irony. Oh, this life of mine that I lead. Okay, so you can make your Soul Shackled Zombie tough to block. Well, that's kind of unfortunate. I can kick a Divine Resilience, so I think I can set up a pretty nice block after this, though. Yeah, let's try to set up a good block here. All right, I'll take 5. Let's just try to set up a good block with Divine Resilience. I don't think people remember this format well enough to play around with Divine Resilience. That's going to be my operating assumption. Down comes Infestation Sage. Okay. Ugh, my goodness. I mean, what can I say? Like, that mill was just so bad. That was just, like, the worst. That was just the worst. But okay, let's just try to set up a good Divine Resilience here. So this is a situation where I should play the Resilience after blockers if I think they might have removal. Oh my goodness. High Society Hunter. I mean, I guess it's a good thing that I put back the bacon to a pie. What? I mean, what am I even supposed to say? Like, I feel like my deck was really good, but whatever. I feel like my deck was really good, but now we are very much on track to not win a box. Like, now I'm just giving them a card for every card that gets blocked here. Very disappointing. Like, this would have been an absolute blowout, but now they draw 3 cards off of this. Oh well. Oh well. That's how that goes, I guess. Very disappointing that they had an extremely strong bomb in their hand, and now I have to deal with that bomb. They get to sack their Infestation Sage on attack. It's definitely a disaster. At least if they attack with the Infestation Sage, I can kill it. I mean, with the High Society Hunter, I can kill it. I'm not dead yet, but we'll see what they drew. It really, a lot comes down to what they drew. If they drew like bacon to a pie or something, I still can double block High Society Hunter. If they attack right now with High Society Hunter, I just single block it. Okay. Probably just block and block, something like that. I don't really know how to read this. It's the opposite of Wrath of God, whatever it is. Oh, they're just trying to draw cards. Okay, fair enough. I mean, I don't think I can't be putting myself on a 6-turn clock. Maybe I can deck them out. Well, this is very disappointing. I guess it's probably... Let's try just winning with Sarah Angel. I highly doubt they're going to block down with High Society Hunter. If I'm them, I'll probably just jump. Makes sense. Sure. And then you draw a card. Oh, you don't draw a card? Non-token creature. Gotcha. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. All right. Sigh. So now I can like empty their hand a little bit with some shenanigans. Burglar Rat plus Hungry Ghoul, and I have enough left over to sacrifice the rat to the ghoul. They're just chewing through their deck. And then I can bring the rat back. So I at least can make them discard some stuff. That's pretty good, right? And I believe I can do it at their end step. All right, well, I'll definitely just block down Felidar Savior. They will sack to Hungry Ghoul, taking a lot of ghoul damage. Whatever Fleeting Flight they have or whatever is fine by me, honestly. Yeah, High Society Hunter. That's a way to win here, for sure. Foundations is a set where games very frequently will hinge on just one card, and this is one such case. Kill the Dazzling Angel, I think. Not knowing what's in your hand, I'm pretty sure that you should just kill Dazzling Angel. Okay, I don't mind having the extra HP. Don't hate that at all. That comes back, you get some more counters, and etc. I'm still getting in with Sarah Angel damage, but... I don't know. Can I actually deck them out? I wouldn't be like... It wouldn't be the most surprising thing I've ever seen. Scrawling Crawler. Yeah, maybe, actually. It's kind of interesting. All right. So I will play a Burglar Rat. Gain a life. Okay. Go to combat. I'll attack with Sarah Angel. I think I probably do hold up Fake Your Own Death at this point. Actually, no, let's do the Hungry Ghoul thing. Because I can shut down their Hungry Ghoul tech this way. Because I can block, sacrifice the rat, and then bring it back. with Abyssal Harvester. Go for it. You do that. Okay. That's their last time that they can do that particular trick. Then I will play the Hungry Ghoul. So I too can play it that game, my friend. I do gain 1. Now each player draws a card and I take a damage, which is really unfortunate for me. That could be how they get me. There are 14 cards left in library. I don't think this is going to decking, but it's an interesting thought. So I can shut down their life gain off of Felidar Savior with my Hungry Ghoul idea by sacrificing blockers and then bringing them back with Abyssal Harvester. But they now have 5 cards to play around with, and the trick is face up as well. So one removal spell, like killing the Sarah Angel, would probably be curtains for me here. This guy gets first strike, that's just fine. I wasn't planning to kill him in combat. Yeah, because High Society Hunter dealing 5 every turn is GG. So actually, maybe I shouldn't have played the Ghoul. Now that I think about it, I should have held on to the Hungry Ghoul. All right, sacrificing Felidar Savior to draw a card. Now that is interesting. They must have a Cobwaltz or something. Something that brings things back. They have got something that brings things back. All right, go to attackers. Pass to blockers. I'll block with a Burglar Rat. For 4 damage, I will sacrifice my Burglar Rat. This guy doesn't have trample. Yep, I'll just sack the Burglar Rat. You draw a card. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you by decking. All right, that guy's blocked. Go to damage. End of turn, I will bring back a... Oh, I can bring back Felidar Savior. I did not even think about that. Do I bring back Felidar Savior? That could be kind of good. Oh, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, that's got to be better than the Burglar Rat idea. Okay, that's lifelink. That's kind of cool. So I actually should have blocked with the cat token so that I could do the Burglar Rat thing later on. I don't know. They have 5 cards in hand. I don't think that one extra card is going to make a huge difference. So I'll put a counter on Sarah Angel and one on Dazzling Angel. Oh, they're going to kill my Sarah Angel now that I tap down Abyssal Harvester. Oh, or they kill Abyssal Harvester. No, they kill Sarah Angel. Well, that makes sense. But now I do have a blocker for the High Society Hunter in the air. Why did this trigger? Oh, yeah, because my creature died. Yeah. Makes sense. Okay, I do take a damage. I do admit that I'm going to take a damage here. Go ahead and play an Infestation Sage to gain the life. Do I make some attacks here? It kind of seems correct, doesn't it? This turned into an interesting game. Definitely want to hold up Fake Your Own Death. Definitely want to play out my cards. Well, they could always have Burglar Rat. So actually, I don't want to play out the card. Infestation Sage is going to chump the Hungry Ghoul. So yeah, I'll go attack with probably Hungry Ghoul and the Felidar. I mean, I'm not winning on life, so maybe I just attack with the Felidar. The thing is, I really want them to draw a lot of cards. Maybe I just don't attack then, actually, now that I think about it. Because they have the option of just not blocking if I attack. With Hungry Ghoul, I can make them draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. 6 cards, actually. So I'm actually getting pretty close to decking them out. Yeah, so let's just play it cool. So actually, maybe I do just play the planes. Hold on. Can I actually just deck them out? They're at 11 cards, which means next turn they're going to draw 2. That puts them to 9. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana at my disposal later on. Abyssal Harvester makes a token, so this doesn't increase my number of non-token creatures. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're at 9. I need to survive like 2-ish more turns, something like that. Okay. Yeah. I figured it out. I think I have figured it out. I mean, I'm definitely going for a decking win, so there's just no reason for me to attack. All right, everyone draws. Oh, Cathar Commando is a really good one, actually. Worst case scenario, I can shoot it in and blow up the Scrawling Crawler, but I don't want to do that because I think they're going to die by decking before I die by damage. At least unless they start, like, killing my flyers and getting big attacks in. But hopefully getting rid of, like... Oh, yeah, it's a little awkward, but I think I better fake your own death on that guy. It is actually a little awkward. So, first I fake your own death on it. And then do I actually sacrifice it? First, we let this resolve. So when it dies, bring it back tapped. Then I could sack it, and what would sacking it get me? Just an extra... Sacking it would get me an extra counter, which does not seem important. I'd rather have the untapped land. Okay, so resolve this. It comes back. High Society Hunter makes you draw another card. This is so funny. Okay, I gain another life. This is pretty awesome. Can't use my Abyssal Harvester this turn, unfortunately. Okay, at all costs, I must allow their Scrawling Crawler to survive. That guy's fine. I'm not trying to kill you on damage. So probably end of turn, I sack the Infestation Sage to make them draw another card. This is so funny. No, I actually don't think that I do that. I actually don't think that I do that. All right, they go to attacks. What I'm going to do is I will just block. I mean, I really want to bring back the Infestation Sage because it's a non-token creature. So I think I actually just block with my 2/2 cat here. I want to get extra value out of Infestation Sage by bringing it back with Abyssal Harvester. No, what am I saying? The death, it doesn't matter when the death happens, right? I just need it to die once, and then obviously it comes back as a token. All right, so I get a 1/1, which is another flying blocker, which I think is really nice. I guess the thing is, if it had died when, if it had died, wow, I'm really losing track. If it had died when Abyssal Harvester was untapped, I could have brought it back, sacked it, and got another flying blocker, and away I die is by flying damage. Whoa, are you kidding me? I might just be able to deck you out now, for real. You're gonna draw 3 next turn? End of turn, flash in a Cathar Commando. Now I really need to think. I don't think there's any way for them to, like, not get decked here. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 non-token creatures. 1, 2, 3, 4 that can be sacrificed. So mana is not the limiter here. All right, I'll draw a card. Oh, Liliana. So each player sacrifices 2 creatures. Each player sacrifices 2 creatures. That's not very good for me here. So I'm going to ask them to hold on. So I go to their turn. They're going to draw 3 cards going to 4. Then I sacrifice everything. I actually wonder if they have a way to kill their High Society Hunter. That's kind of what I'm worried about here. Like, I start sacrificing everything. If my plan is I sack all of my creatures and then High Society Hunter... okay, first of all, Liliana sack is a really bad game plan. Because then they could just sack the High Society Hunter and not deck. Or at least not deck as quickly. I'm really worried about a world where I sacrifice like 3 creatures. They let me do that. My board is like completely decimated. And then they kill their High Society Hunter before I sacrifice the 4th one or the 3rd one. And then they're left with 2 cards and a very commanding board presence. So I think what I'm going to do is just get a little bit of extra HP here with a Liliana. I'm not worried about me decking. I'm not worried about me decking. What a game this turned into. I'm going to go ahead and get a 2/2 just to get a little bit of extra HP here. Gain some life. All right. So I can't deck them out like instantly. Definitely not attacking. I can't deck them out instantly this way, but I really didn't want to be trying to deck them out instantly. Oh, Vampire Nighthawk's a nice one. Okay, so I lose 2, and then I lose another 2, which is a little annoying. But I think I'm pretty safe, health-wise. We'll see. But I have a lot of blockers, right? And I can gain 2 if I need to from, or gain 1, I guess, from sacrificing something and bringing it back. Using my treasure token. I can make them draw 1 card. I don't know, maybe tapping out for Liliana was not my best plan ever. Could be. If they're able to kill both of my flyers, I don't lose. I can even bring back a flyer. I also have a lifelinker on the ground. I guess maybe I should have attacked with the Felidar earlier. Okay, I have some pretty easy blocks here, I think. Resolve the attack. Okay, this is an interesting attack. Wow, what a game. I always talk about how Foundations is such a simple format. Magic stripped down to its bare essentials. This is not a good example of that. Maybe I just block with the Cathar Commando. Kind of like the idea. Actually, what's the least important? Maybe like I mean, I could just get some lifelink in here. That could be more important than the draw. Than making them draw. I think these blocks make sense to me. I don't think there's a way that they give something trample at instant speed, is there? Maybe I do just like double up on blocking. Maybe I also throw like you know, Arabo in front or something. I wonder if they kill my Hungry Ghoul here, I might get in trouble. If they kill Hungry Ghoul, then I'm not sure I can make enough creatures die. Actually, I can. I just need to make us both sacrifice 2. Then they would sacrifice the Scrawling Crawlers or Scrawling Crawler and High Society Hunter, and they might not quite lose. I think these are pretty safe blocks. I can't think of the trample trick here that would do it for them. I think this is pretty safe. We'll see. All right. There's no trick, it seems. So I gain some HP. You draw... I draw 2 cards. You draw 0 so far, but if this Healer's Hawk dies, you draw a card. I do lose 2, that's true. Yeah. And then I lose another 2. Okay. Well, that's kind of good for them, I guess. Lost a lot of HP there. Now you draw a card. At the beginning of your upkeep, everyone draws. Oh, this is a really tight game of Magic, isn't it? I feel like I shouldn't have tapped out for Liliana. It really gives them an opportunity to kill me by making me draw a bunch of cards. Maybe I should have just popped the Scrawling Crawler a while ago, now that I think about it. Because, like, if they can make a bunch of my stuff die, then I lose, like, 2 removal spells or something. 2 removal spells, maybe, does it. Infernal Vestal? Yeah, so I probably put myself in a dangerous spot by playing Liliana into a bunch of Scrawling Crawlers. Sunblessed Healer does have lifelink. Is it kicked? I'm not even sure. Let's see what happens here. I don't think it's kicked. It is kicked. What are you targeting? Yeah, I guess I put myself in danger with that Liliana. I probably just should not have played it. It was worth negative HP to play that Liliana by a lot. And what are you bringing back? Cathar Commando is fine. It is fine. So now Cathar Commando dies, and I lose 2 to the Scrawling Crawlers. I need to stop on my upkeep before my draw. to make sure that I'm bringing back enough cards. But I think if I sacrifice Cathar Commando and blow up a Scrawling Crawler here, they draw a card. I take 2. This is very risky territory, folks. I draw a card. Yeah, I definitely should not have played Liliana. Big mistake. Then they're going to draw a card. I take 2. With this on the stack, though, I can at least bring back Cathar Commando, let's say. Maybe it should actually be Healer's Hawk. That guy does technically have lifelink. It feels a little important here. So I bring this back and it gets lifelink. All right. Then I gain 1, take 2. You draw a card. That's you drawing a card. You're at 1 card left in your deck. Now, before I draw, this is very important to get this right. What a game this is. Holy smokes. No, you can't kill something of mine, can you? Now, I'm going to sacrifice with Hungry Ghoul my Arabo. Submit 1. You draw a card. Go to 0 cards left. Before anything else happens in the entire world, bring back my Arabo. In for 2 counters, or a creature. Resolve, make the guy. Gain a life. Now, technically, I'm not dead to the Scrawling Crawler. Right, because there's only 1 of them. But I do draw a card. And then with that on the stack, can I go, when another non-token creature dies, draw a card? I can pitch, like, well, let's get through this sequence here, but, like, I can play Prideful Parent, sacrifice it, and draw a card. What a game of Magic. I need a serious mental break after that. It was definitely a mistake to play the Liliana out, because it put me, like, potentially dead to the Scrawling Crawlers, and then I should have sacked the Cathar Commando first. So if they had some removal there where I was tapped down, they would have needed 2 pieces of removal, I believe. And they would have needed to sequence it in such a way that their Scrawling Crawlers were still alive when they cast it. But yeah, I should have just kept all of my mana up. I just felt like the reason for playing the Liliana, I didn't think about the amount of damage that it would put me potentially taking if they were able to get a big board wipe there. So I should have just kept up my options, but I thought that playing Liliana was good because it gave me the extra blocker and 1 life gain from that, and gave me the possibility of making everyone sacrifice stuff next turn, which could have decked them out. But I just, because like my Ghoul felt like it could just barely fall short. The Ghoul plan wasn't what I wanted to hang my hat on, because they could have removed the Ghoul, or rather they could have removed their own High Society Hunter in response to a Ghoul activation when they had a few cards left in their deck. And so I really didn't want to just pin everything on trying to win that way, because a single stab, or not stab, but like Bake into a Pie, Hero's Downfall, not a Johnny's Response, but the white destroy target creature, a single card like that, the Oblivion Ring, like any of those cards, Joust Through, they could have attacked and hit their own guy, right? There are a zillion cards where they could have, actually not the attacking, but anyways, you get the point. I really didn't want to hang everything on that. Really close game. Really need to go take a break for a while. All right, 2-0. Let's see if we can have a less bonkers game this time, please. Okay, oh yeah, should I have gone to 1 more black source, potentially? I feel like maybe. Well, sorry, I'm actually on 9-8, so I think it's a coincidence if I'm not seeing black. Maybe not quite a coincidence, but like, I have more swamps than plains in this deck. I have 8 black sources. And it's okay. I mean, I can go Arabo turn 3, so it's not like a disaster that I can't play the Nighthawk. Okay, or if that's even better. And also having the double white for Sarah Angel is nice. Oh man, I feel like I'm being trolled by the Pizza Lands. That is not what I thought I just grabbed out of my hand, straight up. I literally thought I pulled a swamp, but that's okay. I actually do prefer to play the 2-for-1 a little bit earlier, so that's okay. But I literally thought I was pulling a swamp out of my hand, so I'm just going to slow down and be a little bit more careful now. I am playing with 2,700 gems on the line. If I win this, I get 2,700 gems. Okay. Cathar Commando, you say? I'm just going to send in the clown. The single little cat. And then might as well drop a Vampire Nighthawk. If it gets removed, then that's removal that isn't hitting Sarah Angel, so probably okay with that. And if it doesn't get removed, Vampire Nighthawk is just a bonkers card. Also, the Soul Caller can bring back any card here, so kind of want to block with Erebos and then bring it back with the Soul Caller, to be honest. I don't know if that's greedy of me, but I feel like getting another cast out of Erebos would be pretty nice. They don't have combat tricks in these colors, really. I mean, there is Fake Your Own Death. Okay, I was wondering if it might be something like that. Fake Your Own Death could be kind of good with Gutless Plunderer because it would get the raid trigger, I believe. So they did exile my Erebos, kind of seeing what I was doing, I guess. So now we have two options. We can play Helpful Hunter into Cathar Commando, or we can play Sarah Angel. I really like the idea of doing the Hunter into Cathar Commando. Cathar Commando trading for Soul Shackled Zombie is kind of nasty. I will say I should have played the Hunter before attacks, but that's okay. I can also chump with the Hunter and then play the Soul Caller, but I don't think that's what my destiny is supposed to be here. Such a freaky picture. No offense, Diana Franco. It's well drawn, but a very freaky picture on that Soul Shackled Zombie. All right, so far they have really not done much, which does actually scare me, but I don't, if I recall correctly, I don't think there's a board wipe in these colors. Oh, you know what there is that Pyroclasm, Super Pyroclasm, deal 3 to everything. Tragic Banshee, okay. Killing my Nighthawk. I might just want to bring back the Nighthawk with the Soul Caller. I'm definitely starting to get low on resources now that I've drawn no cards for a million turns in a row, which is kind of my favorite thing to do. I definitely do not need 8 lands in this deck, I'll tell you that much. I've seen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards in 8 lands. Yeah, time to kind of, or no, actually 6 cards in 8 lands. Time to turn the tides a little bit on that, please. But okay, I'll do the Soul Caller and I will bring back the Vampire Nighthawk. This guy cannot block though, so I could be standing to take a chunk of damage here. I mean, I could have saved the Soul Caller to get another draw out of Helpful Hunter, but like Vampire Nighthawk is better than the average draw anyways. That's fine, although the Pilfer is actually probably good here because they didn't seem to have a lot going on. Them being willing to spend that does strongly suggest that they also have an answer for Vampire Nighthawk. Okay, that's kind of good. So do I play Sarah Angel and hold up Fake Your Own Death? And maybe Fake Your Own Death is on the Helpful Hunter, actually. I could Fake Your Own Death on Helpful Hunter blocking the Tragic Banshee. That's kind of good. If they have a removal spell for the Helpful Hunter, that's a removal spell that is not hitting Sarah Angel. I'm anticipating they're going to remove Sarah Angel here, though. Okay, Incinerating Blast. Let's make the Sarah Angel come back. Would have been nice to do it to Helpful Hunter, but it's, again, Sarah Angel is better than the average draw, so... So this is better than trading the Hunter for the Banshee, I think. Like, Sarah Angel also has Vigilance. You have every reason to attack here, my friend. You're not blocking me. Oh no, Cat Collector, I would have loved that Erebos. Okay. During each of your turns. So this would require me to play. So I kind of want to land the Vampire Nighthawk that they know about. I mean, could I go Nighthawk, Cat Collector, and pop a food? Okay, that's kind of cool. So basically just do everything. I think I like that idea. I don't know. I guess it's weak to the board wipe. I guess it is weak to the board wipe. Let's play the Nighthawk that they know about. I don't super want them to play Pyroclasm into like 2 threats. At least Cat Collector represents some kind of resistance if they do that. I probably should start holding back my 1/1s pretty soon. I wanted to get them low enough that I could establish a short clock in the air, but I don't think dealing 1 damage at a time really affects the clock any longer. I wonder if at some point they'll start drawing the lower parts of their curve. It seems like they started out with all of their chunky spells. Hopefully it's not like Liliana here. That would be depressing. Actually, Liliana wouldn't even be that bad for me. Okay, I'll definitely block with the Nighthawk. So you have a Fake Your Own Death, and then you kill my Sarah Angel. Okay, good. Phew. That would have been the worst case scenario. Krenko, but you only have one goblin. Another land. That's pretty unreal. I mean, I had every opportunity to win this game, to get way ahead in this game. Now I'm really relying on the Sarah Angel, right? Now I'm really relying on the Sarah Angel because all my eggs are in that basket because I could not draw a non-land. So if they have another removal spell, I mean, they have spent a bunch of removal. You only get so much removal in sealed, right? Now, do I just block with the Cat Collector? Or do I triple block? Kind of just want to block with a 1/1. I don't want this thing coming back and killing Sarah Angel. Kind of just want to chump. I think chumping is okay. Courageous Goblin is not a removal spell. All right, we're really on the edge of... Oh, Divine Resilience is so good. Okay. That is a very helpful draw. Thank you, Divine Resilience. All right. I was going to say we're on the edge of making it here because they just needed to top deck one removal spell. Now they need to actually have 2 removal spells. So Divine Resilience doing a lot of work, and they had 0. All right. What a game. Yeah. They didn't do much, but also I didn't do much. I mean, they had a lot of 1-for-1, but I managed to establish a board presence that was a little bit wider than theirs. So we're now 3-0, and I am going to get some gems back from this run, so that's nice. All right, on to the next one. I mean, yeah, even better than the last hand, right? This time I have my double black to play the Nighthawk, and I'm missing the double white to play Sarah Angel, but Solemn Simulacrum gives me time to set up for Sarah Angel, so... yeah, looks like a good hand to me. I wish I had more cats to go with my Arabo. A person of class and style. Someone who pops their Evolving Wilds. Okay, main phase, and doesn't make me wait. Drawing a 2-drop and then drawing a 1-drop is upsetting. But okay, we can play the Campus Guide. Would I want to draw a land here? I feel like no, because... well, actually, yes, because I would really like to guarantee hitting that Solemn Simulacrum on 4. So let's just go ahead and spend a turn drawing a Plains. Like, I really want to draw land in the next 2. If there's a land second from the top now, then that's like a bit more than is ideal, but I think that's okay. Firebrand Archer is fine. I don't mind seeing a deck this fast when I'm running like Arabo, Vampire Nighthawk, and a bunch of stuff. So I could play Arabo for the 2-for-1 value of it all. It sounds kind of good. I mean, my worry with playing Vampire Nighthawk would be that it would eat a removal spell pinging me. But then what? It's not like they can also attack with the Firebrand Archer. So maybe I do just play the Nighthawk. Like, play the Nighthawk, suppose they spend a removal on it, which I'm sure they have. Then that's a removal that's not hitting Sarah Angel if it's like Bake Into a Pie or something. Or they can't afford the deal 6 next turn. Basically, the decision is like, do I play the Nighthawk to try to start getting lifelink online? Or do I play Arabo to get an extra blocker? I probably don't want to be double blocking next turn into open mana. I'd prefer to be double blocking with cards like Solemn Simulacrum and Infestation Sage. And I don't think I care that much if they spend their next turn removing the Vampire Nighthawk. Stab on Campus Guide is okay. Interesting that they did not do that on the Nighthawk, so that means I have Bake Into a Pie. There you go. What do you know? I'm a genius. I'm a genius. Magic card genius right here. I'm kidding, of course, but I did call what they had. Pretty happy about that. So play the land, play Arabo, and play another blocker. The way that they've played is kind of counting on me like having not that much stuff going on. So I think this is the way to, like, I don't really want to play Solemn Simulacrum, have it get removed, then I'm taking another whole bunch of damage. Okay, so you can get rid of something here. Then you're going to play out your last card to make the Burglar Rat not so good. Oh, your last card is something great. That was a terrifying thing for them to do. Good thing I just drew Bake Into a Pie. Am I right? I mean, holy smokes, that was terrifying. Well, it feels like it could be Liliana, actually, given the number of lands that they're representing. I will take that action. No, this is very scary. Maybe I do want another black here. Wow, this is terrifying. What is this? They were highlighting the card in their hand? They have something? No, okay. Yeah, I'm really expecting Liliana now. What else could it be? High Society Hunter or something I'm like not so scared of. Stromkirk Blood Thief is probably not the card that they were protecting. Okay, let's try to burglar rat them out. That would be really awesome. That's a nice draw. So now they need to get a land to play their Liliana. Yeah, whatever you're afraid of. Normally I would have taken the Vampire Nighthawk. Okay, they did technically get to draw another card though, so I guess that didn't quite work as intended. But now they actually have to hold an extra card at all times, I think. Go ahead and drop Sarah Angel, and let's just see how this goes. Do I play my land? Let's hold the Burglar Rat. Holding for Burglar Rat equity here. So it's not Liliana. What is it? What were they so afraid of me pulling out of their hand? I'm dying to know. Can I just attack with everything? Not quite yet. Not quite yet. I mean, I guess I could attack with Solemn Simulacrum and the 2/2. Something like that. What do they have? Deal 3 to everything? Wouldn't even be that good anymore. Do I want to make these attacks? I mean, Sarah Angel has Vigilance, so what am I afraid of? I really want to get a clock going on them, honestly. Alright, so that was worth 2 extra damage. Bonk, 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 bonk. All I want is to get a clock going on my opponent. Do I play the land here? Kind of feels like I am starting to get mana hungry. If they have a Burglar Rat, shame on me, but kind of really want to hold up Bacon to a Pie for whatever is going on over there. As much as I want to play Guarded Air, let's see if it's like a board wipe, like deal 3 to everything. It's Chandra. Yeah, I was thinking Liliana, but Chandra makes sense. Maybe I should have brought back the Nighthawk then. Wow. Oh, they're going to kill a lot of stuff here. Oh, that's a lot of killing, alright. So Chandra is at 2. Okay, so I should have played the Guarded Air, actually. End of your turn. I will kill the Blood Thief, I guess. And I might as well sack the food. Yeah. Dang, so I actually should have played Guarded Air. I should have read that it was Chandra when they didn't play anything on 6. I was too much thinking about Liliana. Alright. Okay, sure. Oh, yeah, okay. That makes more sense. Alright. Chandra goes to 1.
My turn.
Then I'm going to play Guarded Air. Hopefully they don't also have a board wipe. That would be really unfortunate. That would be really unfortunate. All right, exile the top 3. Okay, whew, they get a gold vein pick out of it. All right, let's see if they have a bunch of other good stuff in their hand, though. They very well could. Fanatical Firebrand can kill Guarded Air, for example. Burglar Rat. All right. So I'll pitch my planes that I was holding for just such an occasion. Now, Chandra... So you can block 1, 2, 3, and Chandra takes 2 going to 1. And a lot of your stuff should die. Oh, Divine Resilience is actually really good here. Is it? Maybe. Unclear. All right. Attack Chandra. I do think a lot of their stuff has to die. Bonk, bonk, bonk. And then they're going to sack the Firebrand. Sure. So I'll go to damage. That's fine. I assume they sack the Firebrand. Okay. And then I'm going to give all of my stuff indestructible. I think it's worth it. Maybe I should not even have been attacking Chandra, but I think that was correct. And then I'll just play this to get one more attacker on Chandra. I'm not too worried that they're going to be like saving a bunch of cards, or that they're going to gain an advantage by saving cards in their hand. So you can make a token, or you can exile the top 3 and play something. 1, 2, 3. What did you get? A 2/2? Okay. I accept. That's fine. They play Battle Song Berserker, so they are going to get some kills here. But at least I can hopefully kill Chandra now. They block, block, and block. Shriek Mass is actually an awesome draw. Okay, so send the team at Chandra. They just get to choose what they kill, because Chandra is dying anyways, right? Oh no, Chandra's not dying because they can block and then sack the immolator. Oh man. This is so terrible for me, seriously. This is so horrible. Maybe I shouldn't even have attacked Chandra. No, but if I let the immolator live, it was really bad. Because it could kill the Shriek Mass. Alright. Ugh. I really wish I had paid more attention to the fact that that was going to be a Chandra. Alright, milling 3 lands makes me feel pretty good. Can I get Liliana, please? Come on. Okay, just don't get another, like, don't get a removal spell. Abrade does not kill Shriek Mass. You don't have a way of killing Shriek Mass unless this last card helps you do that. So you Abrade the 3/3, that makes sense. Put the pick on the Siphoner and you can attack, but I'm definitely not going to block. Oh yeah, you get Menace anyways. So there you have it. Just let me kill this Chandra with my next attack, please. I don't know, maybe Foundations kind of sucks. Oh man, another land. Okay, how many lands do I have left in my deck? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 11. So I have 6 lands out of 17 cards. Okay. Milling those lands was really good for me. Okay, just don't have something to say about this. Are you actually kidding me? They top decked Bacon to a Pie. So I really was supposed to bring back the Vampire Nighthawk. Wow, I mean, it's really hard to know what to say about that because... It's really hard to know what to say about that. Because literally now Chandra just lives. After all those attacks on Chandra, it literally just lives. It literally took out... It literally took out 3 creatures when it came in. You ripped a Hero's Downfall off the top. Oh, that's so awesome of you. Okay. Alright. Then you can make a copy of Battlesong Berserker if you want to. I mean, snap block. I'm not killing the Chandra anymore, so... I don't know what I have to do. Probably find Liliana is the answer. Chandra is not going to be killed any longer, so... The answer is I have to find Liliana. They get to just nuke my entire team now. And I can just only draw lands, of course. That's so disappointing. I guess I was supposed to bring back the Nighthawk because they could just save a card. They could just save a card, so I was supposed to bring back the Nighthawk. I mean, them literally top decking Bacon to a Pie. What am I supposed to do about that? Just ripped right off the top. Okay. You kill all of my stuff, go in for 1 million. Okay, go ahead and do it. That's fine. What a card. Well, I liked my hand. I liked my play with the one exception that with the Soul Caller I was supposed to bring back Vampire Nighthawk because they could just keep a card in their hand to not have to discard the Chandra. Also, the other thing is I should have played the Guarded Air 1 turn sooner. I should have read that it was more likely Chandra than a board wipe and kept the Guarded Air down. So if I'd played the Guarded Air, then I would have been able to kill the Chandra, I believe. So that was the game-losing mistake. Very disappointing game. Just got beat by 1 card, but that happens a whole lot in Foundations. On to the next one. All right. I definitely like the hand. I have a 2-drop. I'm on the draw, so I have another chance to find a 3rd land. Definitely does not mean that I will, knowing my luck, but okay, actually, Campus Guide helps me. So it can guarantee that draw number 3 is a land. I really like hitting my lands. It's a thing about me. Campus Guide is a very good blocker for the Truffle Snout. I'm anticipating some kind of removal or interaction here, but I will get a 2nd black for Bacon to a Pie. Yep, very happy to be drawing a land. And then I'll play Infernal Vessel as an anti-Truffle Snout technology. All right, are they mono green or are they mana screwed? The eternal question. Okay, snap block. I'm sure they have some interaction here. They're way ahead. Truffle Snout always puts you way ahead. Okay, happy to see it die there. I'm not sure what this means. They're not playing a 4-drop either. Okay, I'm very happy with all of that. I'll play Infernal Vestal. It's about as secure as just playing the Prideful Parent. Ambush Wolf, sure. Infernal Vestal lines up very nicely against that. And they're exiling Campus Guide, which means when this, if this eventually dies, then I can bring it back with the Soul Caller. That thing also does not have Trample. All right, let's go ahead and play just our least important creature into not even really counter mana, actually. Milling Liliana. Okay, milling Liliana and Cat Collector. Okay. Well, that can happen with the Shriek Mass, right? That's something that the Shriek Mass definitely can be responsible for. Milling your best stuff. Oh well. These things definitely happen. It's not like my deck only has one win condition. The Shriek Mass can start getting in for flying damage. I'm going to start with a Helpful Hunter draw, just see what I find here. So worst case scenario, yeah, I was going to say worst case scenario, don't find a land, play Cathar Commando. Best case scenario, find a land, attack with a Shriek Mass, and then I get to play Prideful Parent. And then I've kind of lined up a nice wide board. Haven't seen Arabo yet this game, right? So he could be coming up here. Wary Thespian. I think you need to be fast in this game because there's in this set because there are so many bombs that just the power level is so much higher than everything else that's going on. All right, I'm going to attack with Shriek Mass and the Parent. If they get a Surveil out of it, that's perfectly fine because they don't get extra value out of that Surveil. Holding up Cathar Commando and Bacon to a Pie, I'm happy with that. Scavenging. Okay, well, I do have an answer to that. So let's stop on their second main. So Cathar Commando is thankfully an answer to that. Let's see if they attack. I don't think that they will. Okay, before end, I will play this guy. Yeah, Sylvan Scavenging, one of the best cards in the format. But I do have an answer to it. So I have a Disenchant, essentially. So pretty happy with that. They didn't get their end step trigger. I can also bring back the Cathar Commando if I want to. That's kind of sweet. Attack, attack. All right, we trade. Getting closer to Shriek Mass being really big, which is kind of cool. They're not in like discard colors or anything. I could bring back Cat Collector. Let's see, I have 7 mana. I don't really want Cat Collector especially. I also don't really need the Cathar Commando anymore. I guess Cat Collector is pretty good. I kind of do want to play this card. Again, I want to go fast. I don't really want to give them tons of time to find whatever awesome cards they have in their deck. Let's bring back Cat Collector, I guess. I can start attacking with Infernal Vessel as well. The thing about playing the Vampire Soulcaller is... Okay, Quilled Great Worm, okay. So when it deals combat damage, put that many +1/+1 counters on it. You can play it from your graveyard by removing 6 counters from among creatures you control. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and say that I probably don't want that to just be sitting around there. And then you need to get 6 counters on things to play it from your graveyard. So that's pretty hard. I'll just start attacking with as much as I can reasonably justify here. Putting 7 damage on you. And then, do I play the Cat Collector? Do I just want to go maximum aggression? How do I get punished? I think it's hard to see how I get punished for that. I'm sure it can happen. I'm sure it can happen. But I don't know. If they play like a Tree Snare Spinner or whatever. Okay, black mana. Interesting. I wonder what this is going to be. Then I would really want to have more creatures out. Oh, Figure on Death is nice. Yeah, so this kind of combos with the Great Worm. Like, you get to put counters on stuff, although probably takes so long that it doesn't really matter. Do I just attack with everything here? I think the answer has got to be yes. It has got to be a yes. There is Aetherize in this format. I'm not super afraid of Aetherize, am I? Are they running Aetherize? That would be amazing. I'm sure I just go in with everything. Like, all my stuff has good enters effects as well. I don't want to play scared. Okay, it's not an Aetherize. Just, you know, you always have to be on your toes, right? So I think I could push for lethal with Fake Your Own Death. Let's see what they have here. They've got to have something. Stab on this guy. So if I bring it back, then I can bring back Cathar Commando or something. My other option is 3, 4, 5, 6. So that would be lethal off of the Fake Your Own Death. Do I want to go for value or just try to go for the kill? I think let's go for... I think let's go for value. I maybe could have pushed lethal there. Very possible. I'll take the Cathar. Go to damage. It really looks like I could have pushed lethal there, but I think actually just going for the extra. And actually, let's get Solemn Simulacrum board presence instead of Cat board presence. Technically, I could still use the treasure to sack the food, but I'm gonna prefer not to do that. Like, if they somehow magically manage to board wipe here, I could play Cathar Commando after the board wipe. Bite down on that is fine. And then, yeah. Okay. All right. So I almost got my gems back for this run already. That last game was depressing because the question was, do they have a board wipe or do they have Chandra? I do feel like I should have perceived that it's more likely to be Chandra. I just should have realized that. And I feel like I really could have won that one as well and been 4-0 instead of 3-1. But okay. All right. We have to keep going. I really like my deck. I don't think that there's anything I'm supposed to change here as far as I can tell. So yeah, I don't want to put in Inspiring Paladin instead of anything. The Billowing Shriekmass has been pretty good, actually. And I don't think Armisaur Guide would be much better than anything. So yeah. All right. So come on to the next one. Fingers crossed. At least with the next one, we make a gem profit. All right. Love the hand. Love the hand. If I could pick a hand, it would not be too different from this. We'll just see what my opponent has to say about that. Probably a good deal. I actually think I will find a Plains with Campus Guide. All I want to do is curve out with the cards that are already in my hand. Campus Guide has been looking pretty great, actually. Oh, this probably Vampire Nighthawk is better than the Harvester on turn 3. I mean, yeah, probably Nighthawk is better than the Harvester on turn 3. All right, I will take that action. Yeah, all I want to do is just find lanes and curve out. I guess last game I did kind of end up getting flooded, but okay. All right, so they are getting a lot of HP back here. So now, do I just play Abyssal Harvester because it lets me bring the Nighthawk back, and if they remove the Harvester, then they're not removing the Nighthawk, and the Nighthawk now seems really important? I actually think that makes more sense. They have one turn to remove the Harvester, otherwise it's going to give me extra copies of Nighthawk or Sarah Angel. I mean, they could always remove it subsequently, but then that's removal that's not hitting the Nighthawk. Okay, Banishing Light, yeah. So that's a Banishing Light that's not hitting Nighthawk or Sarah Angel. I think this is probably better for me because I really need to deal with that guy. And I'm not yet assured to hit my 5th land, right? There's no assurance at all that I will hit land number 5. So if they have another removal spell and I start tripping on lands, then I start to be in trouble, right? We'll see. Otherwise, Liliana is quite good because it lets me make them sacrifice their only creature. Okay, all right. Ugh, not a good draw, but at least they didn't seem to have a very good draw either. So we'll just play Arabo. Technically, I could attack with Infestation Sage here to sneak in a cheeky damage. Yeah, it's not blocking, right? Let's just attack with the Infestation Sage. There's kind of no block for them here. Like, if they attack with the Snare Spinner, I guess maybe I would have chumped with the Sage. But I'm way more likely to just double block and make them spend a trick on all of that. So, now that is very interesting. In my view, the 1/1 was way more valuable. So that is very interesting. But I guess they don't know that I'm looking at a Liliana. Well, with Liliana, Infestation Sage would have been a nice thing to sacrifice, so. Yeah, especially if that's happening, wouldn't you want to be getting in with Healer's Hawk? Maybe they have, oh, put a counter on the Hawk. Okay, no, that's a good move. This kind of forced them to put a counter on the Hawk, though, right? I would just, yeah, block with my ground creatures. Yeah, let's see if I can keep them down to 2 creatures. If I can do some ground control, it makes a Liliana a lot better. So I'm happy with this, and yeah, I think I'd rather have the Flying Chump blocker in case things get really hairy with missed lands. But okay, a land is good. A land is good. Go ahead and just play Sarah Angel. I'm totally expecting that they have another removal spell. Their deck seems nice, and just totally expecting that, but they could just keep putting counters on the Healer's Hawk. More than anything, I want them to not play a creature, and then I get a land. That's what I want more than anything. I'll just straight up block with Sarah Angel, right? Probably, because I don't want to bet on getting a land. Yeah. Okay, nice. Very nice. Liliana. Let's ask everyone to sacrifice 2 creatures. I know. Grown test for the opponent. We were playing fair, fun Magic cards until I went and did this. But I'm sure they have their fair share of really good cards in their deck. All right. In with this guy. Sarah Angel. Bit of a classic Magic card. Eager Truffle Snout. Sure. Into Heir Apparent. A card that I really think you should not play in your deck, to be quite honest. No shade to the opponent, but so I'm nowhere near like decking or anything. We saw the dangers of the draw a card when something dies approach previously. Do they have Fleeting Flight? No. Kind of looked for a moment like they did, but no. All right, play a Guarded Heir. Play a land. They're not in discard colors, and then let's go ahead and make a 2/2. And now I'm feeling pretty good about my board. They could have Wrath of God, but they would not have Wrathed without me doing that. And also, okay, now this is interesting. I kind of just want to like block this with everything. Maybe not the Guarded Heir. That's kind of silly. If they have Giant Growth, this plays around it. If they have Destroy Target Creature, this plays around it. I get to draw a card for every creature I control that dies. Yeah. If they have Indestructible, then I'm not feeling too sad about this. All right, draw a card. Makes sense. Everything they did makes sense, I think. Wary Thespian, okay. All right. Okay, maybe they just had like 5 Heir Apparents. So what can I do here? Yeah. I mean, I can even play Cathar Commando and pop their Banishing Light. Yeah. All right. All right, folks. This is the one you've been waiting for. We are currently 1 loss, 5 wins. 1 more win and we get a box. No matter what, we did make a gem profit. But obviously, I would rather have a box than a gem profit. Let's go. All right. Looks like an awesome hand. I like it. I mean, I don't have like my Mega Bomb. But Arabo is kind of a Mega Bomb, but I don't have any cats to go along with it. Would have loved a Helpful Hunter on turn 2 or something, but we can't have everything. Abyssal Harvester is a little awkward, I'll admit that. Gonna save this guy for end of their turn. Down comes the Axeguard Cavalry, sure. Then end of your turn, I'll play a Cathar Commando. Draw a card. I'm happy to offer the trade here, I think. Axeguard Cavalry can actually get a little bit annoying. Yeah, I accept that. Play a land, and then I don't really want to play Abyssal Harvester. I think let's play Arabo. Yeah, just representing more stats seems pretty good here, I'd say. They could always just play a 3/3. Like there's the not the Truffle Snout, the one that's like a red, 1 and 2 red for a 3/3 with haste. Okay. Just a normal game of Magic cards. All right. Away goes Arbo. Fair enough. No, and then I find the Helpful Hunter. Helpful Hunter, you're so helpful, but not right now, actually. Do I just play the Abyssal Harvester now? I mean, I'm glad that Infernal Vessel and Abyssal Harvester did not eat a Fiery Annihilation. I kind of want to play the Vessel. I might be slow rolling this Harvester a little bit too much. I'm actually not sure about that. I don't know exactly when you're supposed to want that to come down. Exile my graveyard? Okay. I don't hate the land. Tap, tap. Play the Hunter. See what we get off of that. Bake into a pie or something would be really nice. Fake Your Own Death is not bad. Infernal Vessel is a pretty funny one to use it on. I can't save the Harvester until I get to Fake My Own Death because I would need another Swamp to do that. Yeah, I don't really want to use Fake Your Own Death on Infernal Vessel. The nice thing about that would have been that I get the treasure to play Guarded Heir next turn, even if I don't find a land. But then if I do find a land, that's kind of a disaster. I don't really think I need to be pushing damage at all costs. I think having resources in this game seems Wise. Oof, Sky Knight, Squire, and Goblin Borders. Okay, don't hate the land, though. Probably just play Guarded Air. It makes it really hard for them to attack. They could start getting a lot of flying online, though. I could go in with Helpful Hunter, and then if it... I mean, Fake Your Own Death or Abyssal Harvester kind of do the same thing here. I really want to keep up Fake Your Own Death, but I think I just have to land the Guarded Air and get some counterplay going. This could go south for me if they kill my Abyssal Harvester and then get a bunch of creatures out, but that's asking a lot of them. So now I'm really looking to start attacking after this. I really want to get use out of this Abyssal Harvester. Dragon Trainer, that's really bad for me. 7 power in the... Oh my goodness. Well, goodbye Booster Box. I mean, I don't think I can turn this one around. Even with Liliana. Hi, Liliana. Oh, you know what? No. So if they sacrifice the token, I can make them sack the token and Goblin Borders. Right? And I can gain some HP. Okay. I mean, Liliana is the card that gives me a chance, right? Do I attack with Guarded Air first to gain some life? That could be correct. I wish Liliana let me kill specific creatures. If I play Liliana and they make them sack 2, I can get a Dragon Trainer back and block some of their stuff so I'm not dead. Or if they sack the token, I'm just not straight up not dead for that reason. I think they probably want to sack the token, so I think let's do this before combat. Everyone sack 2. I'll sack Helpful Hunter and probably Infernal Vessel. Actually, I don't know if it is Helpful Hunter because I want to Harvester something else this turn, so it's probably Infernal Vessel in the 1/1. I think that makes sense. Draw 2. They sack the borders and Dragon Trainer. If you sack Dragon Trainer, I do get a 4/4 flyer. They're reading Abyssal Harvester, so I don't think they're going to fall for it. I don't think they're going to fall for it. They probably are. They're supposed to sacrifice the token, yeah. Okay. This guy comes back as a dragon. Or a demon, I mean. I draw a card. Come on, bake into a pie. Yeah.
Such an effective tool.
It's not looking great for me, folks. Next, attack, 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 attack. Easy quadruple attack here. Yeah, the flying onslaught was so effective. All right, and then I just bring back Goblin Borders is the only eligible creature. And then I play a land. All right. Hopefully they can't just straight up kill me. I feel like I have some amount of counterplay. Okay, playing some blockers is a good thing for them to do here. And it increments their Sky Knight Squire. Kind of scary. If I could get a bake into a pie, that would be amazing for me. Interesting that they're attacking Liliana. I actually think that's interesting. Okay. I mean, I am dead. I am dead next turn, so let's see what they find here. Or let's see what I find here, rather. Plains. Plains is not going to do it. So I attack with everything. 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I might have lethal, my friends. I might have a lethal attack. Do you think I can do it? Well, jam it in. Let's see how it goes. I mean, I'm sure they have a removal spell, but 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's exact lethal. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, man. What a game of Magic cards. So I can put 2 power on Guarded Air, and I'm dealing 10 damage to them. So any 1 damage at any time. I have no other resource, do I? And they have exact lethal in the air. So should I not have attacked with the should I not have attacked with Abyssal Harvester? No, because they would have done that before combat anyway, so it's not like Dragon Trainer would have died. Hold on. Wait, they don't have exact lethal. I gained 2. I'm actually putting myself alive unless they have a creature. Do you have a creature to increment your Sky Knight Squire? Sarah Angel. Wow. What a game. Goodbye, box. That's so sad. Yeah, I mean, 1 damage off. I guess I should have attacked a little bit more aggressively at some point. I'm not totally sure. I lost 2 win-and-ins last weekend in the limited championship qualifier. I lost, I was 1 game away from getting to draft for the limited championship, an actual invite to the limited championships in Washington, D.C., 1 win away. So it figures I would lose the box on the win and in to a box. So, oh well. Yeah, just need to scrap for 1 more damage. Maybe sequencing slightly differently would have gotten me there. I'm not sure. Until tomorrow, have tons of fun playing Magic, and don't be afraid to splash.